Yo, what is up? Welcome back, bro. Technically, this video isn't going up until Sunday, but it's Saturday's video. My schedule just got a bit fucked up today. So the video's technically going up late, but I'm still counting it on the daily upload schedule. We're not restarting, because I'm making the video on Saturday, so it counts. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, leave a like, subscribe, and comment, bro. Yeah. Alright, so this story time, it takes place not that long ago. It takes place, I'd say, probably like 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. And so it all starts out as a normal day for me, right? I got work on this day, so I wake up, I go, I take a shower, I use the bathroom, I brush my teeth, brush my hair, get dressed, get ready for the day. I hang out for a little bit, uh, you know, little wake and bake, and then I go to work, right? And when I get to work is more when this story time kicks off because the story time, it takes place at work, bro. And this, it could have been really fucking bad, right? Um, I can't like say don't try this like at home, don't reenact this because this was a complete accident. So, um, I can say don't smoke though because the smoking did lead to this though. Anyways, so right, I go to work, I get to work, I clock in, and I don't remember what day of the week it was. I just remember that this day fucking sucked, dude. It was busy as fuck all day, right? So I get to work, I get there, and there's a bunch of dishes already from the kitchen, like prepping and shit, getting the day started. And so I'm just like, fuck, bro. And so I'm like, I'm doing all that. I'm working alone, right? And so I'm just like, I'm doing all these fucking dishes, right? And then we open, and then more dishes just start flooding in, bro. And it feels like my day's going by so slow, bro. I'm just like, I look up at the clock. It feels like it's been 30 minutes. It's been fucking like 5 minutes, bro. It's just like, it's not fucking fun, bro. I'm miserable, right? And so it's like this for multiple hours, right? It's all the same fucking shit, right? Dude, wash the fucking dishes. What? Fuck, bro. Wash the dishes, fucking put them in the machine, fucking stack them, take them wherever, do it again over and over and over for hours, bro. Every day that I work. Hopefully, here soon, I'll be getting trained for the line. That's the goal, but not quite yet. I haven't been there long enough. Anyway, so I'm just doing this shit over and over. And finally, right, it comes to be around 11 o'clock, right? 11:30. And it slows down enough to the point where I can order myself something to eat and step outside to go like have a smoke break or something, right? And so that's what I do. And so I step outside to go have a smoke break, and I'm talking to the people outside, right? They're smoking cigarettes. I'm hitting my cart, and they're we're all just talking, right? And then I go back inside cuz I thought I heard dishes. And I'm just, I go back inside, and then a moment later everybody else comes back inside, right? And so I'm sitting in there, and I don't end up having any dishes. So I'm just sitting there for a minute, right? And then after everybody else comes back in, I look at one of the line cooks, and I'm like, "Hey, could I get, blah blah blah." Um I believe I got a burger and fries that day. Probably that's what I get most days, good ass burgers where I work. And so I order my food, and I hang out inside for like 15, 20 minutes just waiting on my food to be done. And then my food finally gets done. The line cook, he's like, "Yo, Busta." He calls me Busta because when I started, I dropped a lot of dishes, bro. I'll be honest, all right? So he calls me Busta. Busta, not Buster, Busta. That's how he says it, bro. And so um, he's like, "Hey, here's your burger." I'm like, "Thank you." And I go outside to eat my food, bro. And I'm outside, I'm eating my food, right? I'm just sitting there eating my food. And I notice that, right, let me just say this first, right? There's a fence out back, right? You go out the back door at my job, and there's the propane tank for for the stove, the flat top and everything. And then there's this fence, and then behind that fence is a bush that is like on somebody's like yard for their house, right? Sorry, I'm not even gonna bother editing that out at this point. And so now that we got that out of the way, I noticed some smoke coming from like the bush area as I'm just sitting there eating my food. And so at first I think, oh, they got like a grill or something going there. And I'm just like, I immediately think, oh, that's a terrible fucking place for a grill, man. Like, really, that's a terrible place. And I don't really think anything of it for a minute. And I'm just sitting there eating my food. And as I'm starting to, finish up my food, because I'm a quick eater, bro. So it doesn't take me long. I'd say it took like 5 minutes for me to eat all that food. And so as I'm like finishing up my food, right, I start to smell the smoke, right? And I'm like, that doesn't smell like a grill. That smells like a fire. And so I'm like, that's a bad spot for a fire. I need to go make sure, that the bush isn't on fire, right? And so I walk over towards where I see the smoke coming from, right? I house the rest of my food because I'm like, man, I'm hungry. So I just finished a couple bites I got left, right? And then I walk over to the fence, right? And I walk towards where the smoke is coming from. And I can't see exactly where the smoke is coming from because of the bush, right? And so I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go around the bush. And so I go around the bush, and I see that there's no grill, right? There's nothing, there's no grill, there's no fire pit. And I'm like, what the fuck? I still can't see where the smoke is coming from. Just that, like, it's coming from the bush, right? It's coming from somewhere in the bush. And so I look, and like I'm trying to find it, and I see like where the smoke is coming from, and I see like the flames and shit, right? And so I'm like immediately, I'm just like, I'm thrown into fucking panic mode, right? I'm freaking out because if I don't like get that shit put out, that bush could catch like really bad, catch the fucking fence on fire, and then blow the fucking propane tank up, and then kaboom goes the restaurant and everybody in that bitch, right? And so I'm just like, oh fuck, I don't want that to happen. I don't want to die. And so I fucking sprint inside, right? And I'm just like, yo, the fucking bush is on fire. The bush is on fire. And so one of the employees that I work with, one of my coworkers, he's like, what do you fucking, he's like, what do you mean the bush is on fire? I'm like, the bush is on fucking fire, bro. Come on. And so we run outside, and I show him, and it's worse, bro. It's just, the fire is getting worse, bro. It's like just whole ass flames, bro. And the wind is blowing, and it's blowing like, the wind is blowing into a hole in the fence at the very bottom, which is like feeding the fucking fire, bro. It's like if you were to stick a leaf blower into like a one of them big ass fucking metal drums, right? Filled with like fucking wood that's on fire and shit, how it like starts spewing up really fast. That's what the wind was doing to this fire, right? And so it's catching this bush fast, right? And he's like, fuck, hose, hose, hose. And so we sprint over, right? Me and my coworker, we sprint as fast as we fucking can over to this fucking hose, right? He's fucking turning it on. I'm just like unraveling that bitch, and he runs over, and he's just like, he's fucking spraying that shit, and I'm just like, I'm making sure that it's got no kinks in it and everything, making sure it's spraying as good as possible, bro. And we're just fucking drenching this shit, right? We're sitting there for a solid fucking like 5 minutes, me and him, just like, he's drenching it, I'm just like checking the hose, making sure no kinks happen, because we're just like, we need to make sure that this bush is out and stays out, right? And so I'd say about 5 minutes into us sitting there just spraying it, the line cook comes out, and he's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? I'm like, bro, the bush was on fire. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, come here. And you could see on the fence, like at the bottom where that hole was that the air was going through, where the fucking fence was charred from it catching fire too. And he's like, oh fuck. And he's just like, damn, that could have been bad. The fucking propane tank is right there, dude. And we're all just like, yeah, bro, that could have been bad. And so then we're all just sitting there talking about it for a minute. And then like I go back in, and I just start doing dishes, because like I got a little behind on dishes because of all that. And so I'm just like, fuck, 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 rushing to do all my dishes, bro. And the boss was not there on this day. So it was a Friday. I know that now because the owner was not there that day. See? Little details make me remember other details and shit, bro. But yeah, um, bit of a shorter story today, mainly because like I just I ran out of time, bro. My schedule was all sorts like all over the place, bro. I gotta do a fucking essay thing after this, bro. So like, yeah. I'm just kind of all over the place today too. But I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Bit of a shorter story, but um bit of a crazy story too. Like that could have been really fucking bad if I hadn't caught it when I did, bro. Like if it had been like 5 minutes later that I had caught that, it could have fucking like been too bad for us to get out, you know? So it's just like, thank God I went outside to eat that burger, bro. Like if I had decided to stay inside to keep up on dishes while I was eating, bro, I, who knows what would have happened, bro? Maybe I wouldn't be here telling this story right now, you know? Which is crazy to think about. Anyways, I'm rambling. I gotta go get this essay done. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, comment. Go check out my other socials, my TikTok, my Twitch. I go live on those every day. Uh, Currently Twitch more than TikTok, but I do go live on TikTok a lot too. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. Yeah, I will see you guys all tomorrow. Technically, it's gonna be today, but I'll see you guys later. I'll see y'all tonight.